Welcome to the Jameela Adams Experience Podcast. It's a place and a space for women over 40 to be inspired, encouraged, and heard. Your host, Jameela Adams, will talk about how life be lifing and how to find joy when overcoming challenges. You're invited to join the experience. Hey everyone, thank you for joining this week's episode. I'm so excited to have you here. And you know what I would like for you to do? I would like you to comment and like and subscribe to this podcast. If you do that, I so greatly appreciate it. Rate it wherever it is where you can rate it, leave a comment, and that will be a nice thing to do, and I appreciate it. Anyway, so we're in November, and you know what that means. We're in the start of the holiday season. Actually, that should start it back in October, which is really frustrating because my birthday is the day before Halloween. And then to see Christmas stuff mixed in with Halloween stuff, I mean, unless it's the nightmare before Christmas, do we really have to see that intermingling? No, we don't. But anyway, that's just me and the foolishness that goes along with. Anyway, so this week I wanted to talk about ways to not lose your mind during the holidays, because families be tripping, your friends be tripping, and everybody's going out of their frickin' minds trying to prepare for Thanksgiving, and every other holiday in between, other than Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever. Everybody's trying to do their stuff, and let's be real, it can be stressful, disheartening. And for those who really don't have a good support system, it can just be isolating. Let's be real here. Sometimes our family, we don't want to be a part of. And that's why you have really good friends. You got to have that friendship circle. But with that being said, the whole point of the holiday season, obviously, is to bring everyone together through love and sharing and reflecting on everything that came up prior to, and you just want to sit down and literally break bread with people. Now, my take on the holidays is we always try to have some sort of family gathering. It could be at someone's house, or it could be at a park, whichever, something that we can all get together. And I've cherished that, especially with the kids. But there are times when you can't because of illness, death, and also because you don't have your family around, your immediate family. So with that being said, I know during the pandemic, the whole pandemic thing kind of put a damper on celebrations because we couldn't be in person. So it was hard. So I just remember my girlfriend's, Friendsgiving, we did it virtually. Same thing with our Christmas, we did it virtually. But as everything's kind of went back to normal, and I say kind of, we were able to be in person. So here are my ways to not lose your mind during the holidays. For one, be realistic. You can't afford, you don't have the money to go certain places and do certain things. So be realistic. You can't do everything or be everything to everyone. So you have to prioritize what's the most important thing to do and let go of the rest. By setting realistic expectations, you will obviously save yourself the headache, both, believe it or not, personally and professionally, because, we have those dreaded Christmas parties if you're still in that work-life space. And it's so tempting to try to do everything for everyone, and you can't. It's just not feasible. So it's always important to prioritize and to say, hey, look, whatever didn't happen, didn't happen. You got a Christmas card, you got one. If you didn't, oh the fuck well. So, we often spread ourselves thin and we try to do too much. And this causes burnout, stress, and also feelings are, you're overwhelmed. And for those who have addictive personalities, they tend to go overboard with whatever is causing them to feel stressed out. Overeating, drinking, you know what I mean. Everything else falls in that. So by setting realistic expectations, we can avoid the negative outcomes and focus our energy on what truly matters, the love and friendship and family that we should be focusing on, not the craziness of it. So the other thing too about setting realistic expectations, it's important to identify what our priorities are and focus on them. Like for me, I focus on my kids. I focus obviously on my husband and my grandkids, and try to make things accommodating for them. And then of course my extended family with my siblings and my parents and just work around that. And when you realize that you can't be there for everybody, you give yourself grace. So just remember, set up realistic expectations and go from there. The other thing too, when dealing with the holidays, is that we're in such a rush to do everything, do it and just do it and just do it. But we don't take breaks. So it's important to take breaks. It's okay to step away from the chaos and give yourself space and take a break. Whether it's a quiet walk outside or a few minutes meditating, taking breaks can help you recharge and stay centered. When we get caught up in the chaos of doing things, we tend to forget to take care of ourselves. And it goes back to that saying, you can't pour into someone if your cup is empty. So it's crucial to prioritize your health and well-being during all this running around and shopping and trying to get everything taken care of. Focus on being the best person you can for yourself and also for your family. So another way to take a break is, like I said, go out for a quiet walk outside, go out and, be in nature and just be, try not to think about your to-do list. Take a moment to breathe and literally enjoy your surroundings, especially if you, like where I live in the foothills, you can see the mountains, the trees, the grass, everything. Just be immersed in that. Take a break from the crazy or chaos. Another way to take a break is obviously to practice meditation. I believe I've said this many times before, practice meditation, and it has been proven to reduce stress and anxiety. The more we focus on our breath and, our mantra and putting things into motion mentally, it will allow for us to clear that negative headspace for trying to go shopping, trying to get our list done. So just step back, take a break, meditate, walk outside, and just find yourself being grounded. And the other thing too, just remember, taking breaks is not a sign of weakness. It is a necessary part of self-care, and it allows for us to be more productive and more effective in the long run. So remember that. Another thing too is to practice gratitude. There were times when I remember when I was deep in the struggle, I didn't have a lot of things to give to my kids. I would try to save up and scrape up as much as I can. And I remember telling them, I said, I can't give you a lot, but I need for you to give me a list of the top 5 things you want for Christmas, and I'll try to make it, make it feasible, make it possible. And listening to my kids talk about, now that they're adults, it's like, Mom, you did the best that you could, and we are so appreciative. And we're grateful that you even did what you did for us. So instead of focusing on what you don't have or what's going wrong, take the time to appreciate what you do have. Gratitude can help shift your perspective and bring you more into a joyful life. So one thing about it, when you have kids, you want to give them the moon, the stars, whatever. But the reality of it is, will they appreciate it? Probably not. Not saying all kids don't appreciate what their parents give them, but the reality of it is, they look at what you give them, and sometimes they'll look at what their friends are getting, and they're like, well, why can't I get that? But if you raise your kids, to be grateful, and if they see you being grateful as well, if they see you with a spirit of gratitude, they will follow suit. So gratitude is a powerful tool that can help shift your perspective and bring more joy into your life. When we focus on what we don't have or what's going wrong, it's easy to become overwhelmed and stressed out. However, by taking time to appreciate what we do have, I should say, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and contentment. By practicing gratitude, we can, put it in a journal and expressing thanks to others. A straightforward way to start is to take a few minutes each day and reflect on what you're grateful for. As the holidays come up, I am reflective and I appreciate how I got to the point where I am, because I have people that didn't make it, same with you. I'm pretty sure you have friends or family that were with you last year. Unfortunately, they're not with you now. So you want to remember and be grateful for the times that you had with them. I mean, let's be real here. The time stands still for no one. And due to health reasons or just accidents or anything like that, you don't want to take that time for granted because people won't be here. So you want to practice gratitude by saying, I'm so thankful to have you in my life. I'm so thankful that no matter what, I can rely on you, and things of that nature. So the other way to take gratitude, to practice gratitude is to think of what ways or how you can bring joy not only to yourself but to others. And just remember, the smallest things can mean so much to to other people. You can give someone a word of encouragement, or you can write them a note saying, thank you for being my friend. So just remember to focus on the positives during this time and not worry about, are you going to get your kids the next toy or your grandkids the next toy, or am I going to be able to, get that next, trinket, whatever it is. Focus on what you have in front of you right now. So the next thing I think sometimes we forget to do this during this holiday season is to stay organized. Make a list of everything you need to do, and set deadlines for it. So if you know that you're the one that's hosting Thanksgiving dinner, you better start practicing, getting that list together. Or in my case, with my family, we do a potluck. So start thinking about who's going to bring their favorite dish, and first and foremost, who's going to be hosting it, and go from there. So staying organized is key to achieving success with any task, of course. But especially around this time, when you start asking people to, hey, I need for you to do this. Hey, can you stay on this task? Hey, can you help me with this? It allows you to ensure that things will run smoothly. Will it? Probably not. But at least you have a to-do list and try to stick to it. So write down tasks that you need to complete or set a deadline for. Like I said, setting up for dinner, or even for traveling. Plan out your travel. Are you going to need an Uber, or are you going to need one of your friends to take you to the airport? Anything like that, just plan it and be organized. This will help you prioritize your task and ensure that you complete them on time, because you have a deadline and you're trying not to run yourself ragged before the holiday seasons really get out of control. So use a planner, use a calendar to keep track of your deadlines, especially if you're going on vacation. And, just ensure you don't miss any important dates. So remember, stay organized. It helps. So in addition to setting deadlines, it is important to break down your larger tasks and to manageable ones. Like I said, ask for help and ask, people that you can trust to help you with the task of staying on top of your travel. Like I said, your cooking plans and anything else that will allow you to take a breath and just work on that. And finally, and this covers everything during this holiday season and just in life in general, ask for help. there's no harm, there's no shame in asking for help. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance from friends or family. We all need help sometimes. And asking for help makes a big difference in reducing stress and anxiety. It can be difficult to ask for help, but it's important to remember that we all need assistance at times. Whether if you're feeling overwhelmed with, like I said, getting Thanksgiving dinner cooked or Christmas shopping done, or any type of task during this time. But it's always good to talk to someone and, check in on your friends and family, because if you're going through it, I'm pretty sure they're going through it too. And just be honest with yourself. Hey, I need help with, babysitting the kids. Can you help me? Or I need help with someone dog sitting. Can you help me? So ask for help. There's no shame. There's no harm in asking for help. So just remember, it's not a sign of weakness to do that as well. It actually is a sign of strength and self-awareness, because not everybody is a super person. I don't recall me having a cape, and if I did, it's at the cleaners. So, with that being said, reach out to others when you're taking an active step in improving your well-being. And don't be afraid to ask for assistance when needed. So, with that being said, I will challenge you to make a list of the things that you need to do to stay on top of surviving the holidays. So, we got until January 2nd. So start taking time out now to prepare. Don't lose your head. Find help and practice gratitude in the process. So just remember, I want you to be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you and not drive yourself batty over the holiday season. And I'll talk to you next week. Do you have a passion project you want to bring to life? Let Jameela Adams at Your Service help you. Jameela Adams at Your Service was created to assist businesswomen 40 plus by bringing their passion project to life through website design and marketing. Visit her website, JameelaAdamsAtYourService.com, and register for a free 30-minute consultation. Remember, you have a voice. Use it.